happen. After that it will show the output. Okay, I just going to make a simple app, right? So as I told, the first thing I'm going to keep a one button. So here there is a number of component is there. You can take this component, you just pick that and you drag and you keep it here. Okay, and then if you want to change the uh, topic content and size and color and everything, you can do here. You can see that right hand side there is a different option is there. You can change the text, you can change the alignment, you can change the font style, font size, and you can make it as a bold, italic, and you can change the font color, or even you can change the background of the font. Okay, so I just click change this data. You just double click and it can, then it will change to editable one. So I just clicking this one, load input data. Okay, I just given load input data, right? So once you click this one, what we need, what the program has to do is the program has to load the data. Okay, both input and output data. Okay, so for that I have to write a code, right? This is just a um, uh, button. If you press that button, it has to work. For that, you only has to write. So for that, what you need to do is you just right click this command and you go to callback and add the add button push to function callback. Once you press this one, it will switch over directly to the code view and it will have a option to write your own coding, right? So as I told, whenever I press this button, okay, whenever I press this button, what we need to do is the MATLAB has to load the data, okay, load the data into the app. That is the thing we need to do, right? So I just switch over to the MATLAB app. And okay, so again, I already told there is a two way to load the data into the MATLAB. One is either you can have a file in the mat format and you can make use of the command called load that will directly load your mat file into the MATLAB. The second part, you can have a data in the form of Excel file and you can read that Excel file and that can be directly loaded into the MATLAB. That is the second way. So now actually one of the limitation with the MATLAB app, we can't use the load option here. So what we can do is I will read the data in the form of Excel. Okay, I already make the Excel file which have both input as well as output data. So I just directly reading the input and output data. So I just showing that one. I already developed the, I already make the Excel file which has both input and output. You can see this on input Excel SX file. Okay, so this I already loaded. Actually, how I'll show how we can load that file into the MATLAB drive. You just click upload button here, and then it will switch over to your system folder. From that, wherever you are having your Excel file, you can directly load it to the system. Okay, I already loaded the file name. I keep as a input XLX. Okay, so I just using the command in the app. I just reading the command, I just storing into xy equal to the command for reading the Excel file is xls read, and you put the name of the file. Okay, I think down it is that. Okay, input dot xls, right? And again, this code is actually object-oriented code. So you have to declare in the MATLAB. Most of the time, you won't declare the data. Whereas here it is object-oriented code. So we have to declare this data in the properties. Okay, uh, whatever the variable you are using, that has to be declared as a private function. That only we can access the data in all the place. So I just declaring this xy. And in order to access this xy, generally we have to use the variable as op.xy. Okay, you have to generally use the command called op.xy. Okay, now I read at the both input, read at the data which actually stored on the op.xy. Actually, inside the input, I having both input data and output data. Okay, I'll show that also. Actually, I stored in NN data. Okay. I have stored on the NN data Excel. Sorry. Okay, change the name. Okay, so I have read the Excel file. So if you want, I will show that one also, the Excel file also. You can see this is the Excel file which I already told. I developed this all the data. I put all the data in the Excel file. Okay, totally you can see 168 samples are there. Okay, 168 samples with input as well as output. Okay, the same only I loaded here. Right. So now I just readed the data in the XY variable XY. Okay. So whenever I switch out to the design view, whenever I click this button now, the data will be directly loaded into the MATLAB. Okay, so that is the first task. Second task, I told I need to manually give the number of hidden neurons to the network. So for that, I have an option called edit field numeric. Okay, you just keep and you can keep this here and you can edit this one also. Number of hidden neuron. Actually, the beauty with this MATLAB app, actually we can develop uh, virtual lab also, ECD, and we can convert that into a exe file also, and you can easily share with the students. And even the another one feature with this MATLAB app, we can convert this MATLAB app into the web application also. MATLAB have a web server, so we can deploy this MATLAB app into the web server, and we can give the website address to the student, through which the student can access the MATLAB app. That also possible with the help of this MATLAB app. That is the another one main feature with the MATLAB. Okay. Now I have given the number of hidden neurons. So again, I told what we need to do is whenever we give the number, that number has to store on the variable called the number of hidden. Okay. I just right click on this one. I go to the callback and I will add value change function callback. So whenever I give a number here, the number has to be stored on the particular variable. Then I use that particular variable in the neural network training as well as testing. Right. So here there is an option. It's already stored that whatever number you are giving, it's actually stored on the value. So I just changing this variable. I will use app dot number of hidden. I am going to use this nkid number of hidden when I design the neural network training as well as testing case. Again, we have to keep this ngid in the property. Okay, because then only we can use that ngid in another. Okay, we'll say finally, right? Right now, if I give any number here, that will be automatically loaded into the variable called the n, right? So once we have loaded the input data and once we assign the number of given neuron, we can run the neural network. So for that, I'm going to use again button. So once I press the button, the neural network training and testing process will start. I keep run neural network. Okay, you can change color everything here if you want. We'll do finally everything. So now I just adding the callback function here. So now in that one only we need to do entire process. Okay. So I already have a MATLAB code for neural network training. With the time constraint, I just copying that the neural network code in here. Okay. So that means after you are doing with your MATLAB neural network toolbox. As I already told, we can generate the MATLAB code also. I just using that MATLAB. I just do some modification and I just use that MATLAB code here. Right? I just taking that MATLAB code. Before that I just saving this app. I already developed this app. Just opening it so that from that I can copy paste. With the time constraint, I just copy paste. This one I already developed actually. Okay, just this is the program. Okay, for training the neural network. I just copying this one. This file I can take. No, not needed. What I just copying here. Okay. So I splitted entire thing here as I told. NGIT has to be given by the user. So I just deleting this one and I just checking this. As I told, NGIT has to be let us app.ngit because we are using ngit as a variable, input variable. I just copy paste the entire training and testing process. If you want, you can split the training and testing as well as the performance. You can separately do that also. With the time constraint, I am copying everything into a single click. Again, this XY, actually XY is nothing but the data which already loaded from the Excel file. Okay. I just saving it now. Again, I switch over to the design view. Right now, we have to, if I run this program, first I need to load the input data and then I need to give a number of hidden neuron. After that, if I run the, if I click this run NN, the neural network training will start and it will show the output. I just show how it is working. See, once you develop your own GUI box like this, you can run it here. Just wait, there will be a pop-up window will open like this. You can see here. Okay, load input data, number of hidden neuron, and run an I ordered only 3 which is here. So I just first clicking this load input data now. Okay, and I am setting number of hidden neuron as 6. Once you enter 6 and you press here, and now you just run the program. You can see down the program is running. See the accuracy is 96.43, and different plots are coming. Okay, I see. So now actually one of the main features with this MATLAB app is this MATLAB app can be converted into .exe file as I already told, and we can share that .exe file with any other users. Even the user does not have MATLAB installed on their system, they can run this code just by giving load input data and just clicking load input data and giving number of hidden to run, and they can see the output. So if you want to show the output, we have to add some more uh, app features also. Okay, so due to time constraint, I just only think that I will show one MATLAB app which have 90% of features available in the app designer. Okay, so I'm just loading the input data and I'm giving the number of hidden neuron. I'm just running. And if you see this one, it just looks like a blank. If you want to make this as a like putting a heading of your MATLAB code, and if you want to attach any images, uh, everything is possible. So again, I'll show how to do that. You go to here and you keep design view, and I just attaching an image here. So click image and you keep it here. Okay, and again the image, you can have a different option for the image background color, image source and alignment, everything can be done. That will be shown on the right hand side. I just I set to touch image. I browse the image and I take one image from the driver. So only thing you have to load that image before getting that particular image. So I just loading our Colosseum University logo here. You can see the image is loaded now. Okay, right? Even if you want to call back for image, that also possible. If you click the image, and if you want to do some process, that also possible. You can do that one also. Okay, and if you want to any text, if you want to add any text, that also possible. Just a type and copy. Neural network application. Okay, and if you want to change the color, everything you can do. You can change the size. You can keep this one anywhere else. You can just drag and you can keep it anywhere else. No problem. And even you can expand the face also. This design views face also, no problem. Right now, again I'm running this one. Just wait, the window will pop up. You can see now other thing are given image, text, all are displaying. Right. So again, I just showing. I just load the input data. Now I will give different number of hidden layer. For example, I'm giving 10, number 10, and then I just running. You can see now the program is running. Okay, so this is how we can develop MATLAB app. If you know the background behind the mathematical calculation for any application, we can easily develop this MATLAB app, right? And also we can convert this MATLAB app into exe file or web server file, and we can deploy this MATLAB app into MATLAB web server also. But that cannot be done with the help of the MATLAB online editor. That only done with the help of the MATLAB, normal MATLAB. If you install MATLAB with the MATLAB compiler in your laptop, another thing you need a MATLAB compiler in it. Okay, if you are installing your MATLAB with MATLAB compiler, you can convert this MATLAB app directly into exe file in a single click. No need of any programmatic thing needed. You can, if you develop your app and if you have a MATLAB compiler with your system, in a single click you can convert this entire MATLAB into exe file or even a web application file, and you can deploy that web application file in the website also. What you understand the make use of MATLAB app. Now I just showing for 5 to 10 minutes. I will just show one MATLAB app which is used to uh, doing load test on DC shunt motor. Okay, I just show that I in that one I using the 90 to 95% of all the MATLAB features. I just show the demonstration of that one now. I already developed that file and I already loaded into the folder called DC shunt motor. So this is the app, and the remaining files are the files which is needed to run this app. Okay, the images and XLS file and the motor sound file, everything. Now I just running this one. This is shunt MATLAB app. I just opening this one. Wait, everything is loading. The electrical people, they must know. I think how we can generally do the load test on this shunt motor. Actually, we have a shunt motor and just we are applying mechanical load. And for each addition of mechanical load, we are just measuring the voltmeter, ammeter reading and the speed of the machine. Okay, and based on that, we just getting the input power and output power. From that, we are finding the efficiency. That is the objective of this test. Okay, so I have given down the circuit diagram here. Okay, alternator, ammeter. This is the typical circuit diagram of load test and DC shunt motor. This is a DC shunt motor with a mechanical pulley and a starter to start the motor. Everything I given here in just an image file, right? And to imitate the work of this load test, I have given different task here. So this is S1 is nothing but the mechanical load. What we generally we do is in the lab is we just tightening this load like that. Here if you move this one, the load will be applied to the machine. So once you apply the load, as you know, the current will increase. That is the concept. Whenever we apply the load to the machine, the current will increase, automatically the speed will decrease. That is the concept. Okay, and so once you know the voltmeter reading, ammeter reading, we can easily find out the input power. And output power we can find with help of the formula called 2 pi nt by 60. So for that, there is a mathematical formula which is right backside of this app. Okay, so once you taken all the reading, we can plot the curve between the output power versus the efficiency, right? And I have provided the one option here to just to practice this connection. Okay, click here to practice. If you click this one, the circuit, the same image will open without any wires. Okay, so you can practice. The student can practice the electrical wiring for a load test and shunt motor. So now I just demonstrate this one. S1, S2 for giving the mechanical application, mechanical load. Two are input, remaining will are output. Remaining will act as output. That is voltmeter reading, ammeter reading, and the speed. Okay, by just running this app now. You can see it is loading now. Just wait for some 2 minutes to load all the content. All the content are loaded. But as already told, if the student want to practice the connection, so they can click here. In the right side, and the empty diagram is opening. From that, the student can give a connection like this. Okay, they can't check, just they can practice like this. Okay, because in the MATLAB current version of the MATLAB app, there is no option for animation. Maybe in the future version they may add. If they add the animation in the MATLAB app, we can doing the electrical connection with the animation. Like that, student can do a connection. Okay, so once they practice the connection and all, they can start. So once they start the initial reading, that is initially, as I know, when there is no mechanical load, the input voltage 230 will be applied to the machine. Meter will not take any current because we are not applying any mechanical load. And you know that the speed of the stated speed of the machine will be 1500 RPM. Okay, and once you start, all those data will be loaded into the directly this table format. This is also one of the features in the MATLAB app. And we have another feature called plot. Okay, that also included here. By just starting, and again just to have a feeling of we are doing this test on the laboratory, I just included the motor sound. Okay, just starting like that, you can add any number of features as per your convenience. Okay, now I just starting this machine. You can see the motor sound once the motor start to run. Just wait. Once the data loaded, now you can see the data is loaded. Voltage is 230, current is 0, torque is 0, speed 1500, input power, output power, and efficiency is 0. I think now you can hear the sound of the motor. So now I just increasing the S1, that is I am putting the mechanical load. Now you can see once I increase the mechanical load, the current is increasing and the speed is decreasing. Okay, current is increasing, speed is decreasing. So now I just adding this data to the table, right? The second data is added and it calculated the efficiency also. I have written the formula for everything on backside of the app, and I just taking another data. You can see once you increase data, the speed is further decreased, the current is further increased. You can add the data, right? And they can keep and add the data. Now, once you taken the readings, you can plot the graph. You can see this is the typical graph of load test and DC shunt motor for output versus efficiency curve. So once the output power is increased, efficiency will increase up to some point. After that, the efficiency will decrease. That is the concept behind the load test and DC shunt motor. Okay, so output power increase means the efficiency also will increase. Up to some point, the efficiency will decrease. Right. So you can see that here also. Once I think up to this efficiency is increasing, you can add some data. You can see after some point the efficiency is decreasing. See, 90.4432. After that, the efficiency is decreasing. I'm just adding the data. Now see, the efficiency is further decreasing after some point. Okay, and you can update the figure also. Right. So I think it's almost imitating the test we are actually doing in the laboratory. Hope to enjoy this one, and I have done. And if you're having any queries, you can ask now. Arun sir.
Sir.
Sir, mudinchu sir.
Okay, sir. So participants, if you have any doubt, please ask. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
I have given a detailed explanations, clear-cut explanations about medical image applications using MATLAB and development of medical MATLAB app and demonstration of virtual lab developed using MATLAB app with real-time examples, which makes easy to understand, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
See, on the behalf of our faculty members and participants, I would like to express my sincere thanks to Karupasamy sir, Karupasamy Padiyan sir. Thank you. Once again, I thank you.
Thanks. Thank you so much, sir.
See, I request Vigneshwari ma'am to proceed further.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of Department of Biomedical Engineering, My heartfelt thanks to our management, Chancellor Sir Dr. K. Sridharan, and Vice President Sir Dr. A. Shashi Anand, and Vice Chancellor Sir Professor R. Nagaraj for providing a platform to organizing 7 days a faculty development program on medical image processing. I would like to thank our beloved Dean Sir Dr. K. Sundar for the support rendered to the development of Department of Biomedical Engineering. And also I would like to thank our head of the department, Dr. M. Anisha ma'am, for guiding us. Also I thank my colleagues for their support for the smooth conduction of this 7 days FDP program. Once again, I thank all the participants for your cooperation rendered throughout all the 7 days. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I request all the participants to fill the feedback form and to take up the assessment using the link sent to the respective mail IDs, and e-certificate for the participants will be provided through your mail within a week. Thank you all. So some of the participants are requested the presentation of resource persons. So we are collecting the presentations. We also send PP presentation through a mail within a week.
மேம் சொல்லுங்க மேம்.